Yo,
How'd you find Sports Day?
yo, it's calm still.
Yo,
Let's
did we
wish
do
there's
running?
more
Did
to
you
do.
guys do running?
Okay. Huh?
Did you guys do sprinting?
Huh?
Ah, okay, I'm
Okay.
live again. I'm live again.
Just air me then.
What
Alright.
were you saying about Sports Day?
Air me then.
I'm getting airs.
Air me again.
Come air me again.
And then you know when she does the finger,
God's
the
will.
finger,
Yo,
she does the hand signs, yeah. And then she
Oh yeah,
she
lads.
puts that.
What were you
she puts-
saying about
Think
thing
again, book.
I said yo, it was calm still.
Okay.
Yo,
Alright, chat, we're live
he
again.
moves
We
her
just had
hand
some
away from
technical
her head in
difficulties, but
1.2 seconds.
we're
bro.
back. We're back.
You know we literally posted. No, we literally only did 2 of the events that we were supposed to do.
I lie. You guys ruined it, fam.
It was you guys that didn't want to do anything.
I was so on it, bro. These guys are just doing absolute niche. Like yo.
Stop saying
I
guys,
was on
put
everything,
your
bro.
boots on, let's do football. And I
And
kept
that's-
asking the girls as
I
well,
like-
yeah.
I was the first one to put them on as well, bro.
Alright, bro. We was meant to do Bulldog.
What? That these guys sold. I'm not even lying. These guys.
We was meant to do a
Sold.
sprint.
Wait, we're supposed to do what?
Bulldog.
Yeah,
A sprint.
yeah.
Wheelbarrow race.
No, these guys sold.
Yo, how
bro.
do you expect
the
it
flag?
for it to be a good
Capture the
on.
flag, bro.
what's
good
good,
sport
chat?
without
What's good,
food,
chat?
bro?
Egg and spoon race.
Chat, are we good?
shoulders,
Are we
knees and
good?
toes.
Hold on, let me
And,
check the
football.
sound.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes, and eyes and ears
It
and
should be. Is the sound picking up?
yo, is the poo picking up?
Yeah, the sound is picking up.
Come poo me again. Come poo
Let me check out your
poo.
laptop to see if it's working.
Come poo again.
Alright, Ed.
Yeah, I like Entax. He'll get an Ed like Airman.
Obviously, I'm eating chicken, so I need to watch some eating nice girls with my chicken.
Yo, touch football is such a good game.
Yo, Chris, we caught Chris lacking at Cruyff, fam.
When?
BKs.
Today?
After,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just poof, so he skipped, yeah, just to go to Grove.
I lie.
Yo, how are you, David? David, you good?
David.
That was the.
How are you, David?
David.
What's DNA doing, fam?
That's things are different, David.
Man like
Yeah,
we
greenhouse
jog
and greenhouse dead in front of you. Hold on, let me
Man
put my
like
headphones
we
back on.
jog on. Bro jogging on.
Yo, where's premium now, man?
Premium yams.
He's in a different time zone.
Oh, yeah. Let's have my phone open so I can see chat. And then hear you, man.
Yeah, God, your chat loads so late, bro. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know. It's similar to Steven. My thing's like 5-second delay. But we'll fix that in the future.
Come slap me again. Think
Yeah.
again.
Can't lie, the delay could be worse though. I can't lie.
Yeah, it's only a few seconds.
Yeah. And the quality is decent. Hold on, let me turn my camera on. That might
Wait,
make it better.
yo, Entax.
I think he's gonna air you, Chris. I'm sorry. to tell
Entax,
you.
bro. Answer, please.
And I'm gonna air you too.
Hello.
Yo, ask Entax if he's muted me. Yo, Entax.
He's just ignoring you.
Someone
I'm
asked.
sorry to tell you.
Okay.
Alright, 2 viewers right now. That's tough.
Wait, can I? Oh wait, honestly.
Saying that flipping the switch every time you got in the car was tedious and annoying. Can tree stop a bullet? I'm gonna shoot this tree with higher and higher caliber bullets all the way up to 50 cal and see what it can stop. Good luck, Fred. First up, 9 mil.
What do you aim at perspective?
Yo,
Yeah.
Steven, can you ask
Who
Entax
you?
if he's muted me?
Can I what?
Ask Entax if he's muted me.
Yo, Enta, did you mute Chris?
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no?
No.
You did.
Bro, why are you airing me?
Alright.
Alright, Entax.
I don't know why he's on mute.
Vincent, I don't know.
Yo, Chris,
Yo,
why was you on mute?
bro, I wasn't. You muted me, mate.
Yeah, actually,
Yes, mate.
my fault. It was an accident. I didn't realize.
Oh,
It wasn't-
David, we're just chatting right now, bro. We're just chatting.
I was wondering why this guy was sat on mute for. I was like, what?
Oh yeah, yo, do you know Stephanie from Zimbabwe?
Who?
Stephanie, she went to my school.
Steven is
she?
in the chat as well. W.
Do you know her?
How old is she?
Like 19.
I'm trying to think.
I think she's a year above you. I think.
The only Zim Stephanie I know is Brooklyn's sister.
Yeah, that's the one I'm on about.
Oh.
You know, I used to have a massive crush on her back in
Yeah,
the
but she's
day.
a man.
Yo,
I think she has a man.
yeah,
Ooh.
you know Seku, who went Stevens school.
Mhm.
They used to do a thing, but yeah, back in the day, oh my, she was I'm proud to say she's probably the longest of all time in EMS.
Oh.
Not even capping.
Yo, you guys mute Discord for your streams?
Yeah, I already muted it for my
said
stream.
what?
Don't worry. I
Mute
already
Discord,
muted Discord
Steven.
for my stream.
Alright.
I can't have Discord here and all that. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
Twitch.
Imagine Busy's on the live. You will cook me.
And yeah.
Now, but Busy's my boy, bro. We hopped in the Sprinter.
Oh yeah, I saw your story.
Oh, your love for the sport, David. Love, your love.
Yo, Entas, that was love, by the way. That was actually love.
That was pure love.
Your
fam.
love for the sport,
Pure
David.
love.
Your love.
You know, I
Yo,
went in my
Entas,
boy's
that
A
was
class
love,
today,
by
yeah?
the way. That
I
was
was
actually
so
love.
tempted. I was so tempted
Your
to
love
laugh
for the
today.
sport,
Pure
David.
love.
Love, your love.
You know that
Yo,
not even my
Entas, that
video.
was
That's
love, yeah.
Costa's video.
Oh, you're actually such a bum, bro.
Why did everyone think it was my video?
I thought you actually went with Brooklyn. I was like, fairs.
No, that was Costa's video.
I'm not FX Costa, man.
What? FX Costa? Oh yeah, he went your
Does he
second
trade?
day.
Does Costa trade?
Yeah, still he does everything. I'm not even joking.
Does he do fraud?
Live
Anything in particular you might want to talk about, or I don't
Discord.
mind being here. To be fair, though.
Discord is Discord muted.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Discord is muted, Chris.
Steven. I know
Yo.
Steven's
I
one is
mean,
not muted.
it's muted from my Twitch,
Bro, I stopped streaming.
but I can personally hear you, man.
Give me freedom, give me fire.
Yeah, does Costa do fraud, or does it only trading?
No, he does fraud.
Oh, bro, not
Wait,
Dan.
yo,
Why is
yo,
Dan?
Yo, these are some sensitive topics I'm hearing, chat. Yo, if I show chat what I'm hearing, yeah,
Yeah, don't show me.
yeah.
Dude,
that'd be
what about
tragic.
Prof? That Prof any trades?
Nah, Prof doesn't do fraud anymore, I think. No,
Yo,
I don't know what he does. I know he trades, but I don't know if he still does fraud.
Wait, say that again.
Who, me?
Wait. Why did my phone just go off speaker, bro? Yeah, say that again.
I said, I know he trades, but I don't know if he still does fraud. I don't think he does it anymore.
When secondary he used to bring forward? No way.
Bro, every boy did.
Who's every?
Even you.
Who's every? Who's
Imagine.
every? Not every boy did bad activities in secondary.
Now busy. I like busy. Busy's
Oh, my
funny,
slippers are
fam.
there.
He's like an uncle, fam.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. You know I'm older than him?
Actually,
Yeah.
well, you're a year above.
No, like his birthday was like yesterday, remember?
Oh yeah. What about Ethan?
Ethanko?
Yeah.
He's born in like November or something.
What was he your boy?
Not really.
Now he's a quiet guy, fam.
Yeah, he's a bit quiet. We all went secondary together, innit?
Yeah.
I used to be pretty close to Prof in year 10, and I was close to Brooklyn in year 11. That was it.
Who else went?
And Brian as well. I used to be very close to Brian, especially in year 11.
Furs.
But I was never part of that group.
Do you know Gabina?
Yeah.
Did he go to school?
No. He went.
Wait,
He went.
Cassie-
Just bear with me, chat. Just bear with me. Bear with me.
That's what?
Yo, Gabina's actually PK humble, fam.
Gabina's a monster.
Yeah,
Yo,
he'll peak.
what do you say, Nathan?
Did Gobina go to school?
Yes, Gabina Ribena. That's what we
That
used to
guy's
call
a
him.
monster, fam.
He'll peak, fam. He looks. Nah,
I'm not gonna repeat that.
No, not by his looks. Not by his looks. As long as we're muted, I'm calm. Hey, if
Yeah,
it's
you're
on the
muted. You're
record, yeah,
muted. Don't worry.
If it's on the record, it's over.
It's on the record.
Yo,
If it was on the record, I have to either restart the stream or delete it when it's done.
And then
Yo, how did some guys hacking in touch football, fam?
in touch football.
Have you played that?
No,
Yep, Brisbane's.
I just play eFootball, fam.
Still.
I'm post this my story.
Yo, I have the best Finsta, fam. Yo, watch. When I get the Euros and the results day, yeah. This results day coming, I'm getting a Euros with Costa.
You getting what?
Who's A1Z
Euros.
in chat?
Yours?
Lamborghini Euros.
Oh, you're gonna get him one.
No, bro. There's only 4 seats, mate.
You wanna get my M3?
M3.
Yo, who's Aquafina like in Leeds, man?
What's the M3? Is that BMW?
Winter OTB.
What does it have interior lights?
Bro, BMW M3 is the best car of all time.
You might. I need to get a CLA though, fam.
Oh, Steven, I don't know how you do the advertising thing so quick. It's long.
Oh, Chris, BMW
Yo,
G80 M3, that's the best car of all time.
first.
No, it's
And I feel like Mercedes CLA and AMG are like top 4.
them ones are yeah.
You get me? Like
Yeah.
them ones there. If you're like you get me? If you're just jogging, you have one of them cars in it.
Yeah.
But the
You get a
RF,
BMW if you work hard.
Huh?
Thanks, Chris.
the RF go CMA.
Yeah. You got a CLA?
Did he go CMA?
I don't know where he went. I can't lie. I don't know what school he went. I didn't know him back then.
First.
What does RS stand for?
RF, Rondo Figs.
Who?
I could tell you his real name, but like he'll get mad.
In it, yeah.
Like there's actually certain guys, yeah, that will get mad.
His
if you
name
tell
doesn't
them.
even start with an R. That's why I don't care.
Exactly. And Shams, yo,
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know where Shams even came from. Fam.
because he's them, fam.
Yo, do you see the song that they made?
Yeah, I had the song unreleased.
Bro, but they never even drop these songs, bro.
Still, fam. What happens to Steven? What happens to Steven?
Where is that, fam? Hey, Steven, go off the phone.
What is it? Nah, there's no way his dad's actually cute like that.
Get off the phone. Who told you to go on the phone at this time?
How
Who
many
allowed you
times
to
will
go
I
on the
tell
phone?
you? Nigeria is not for you.
Nah, Steven's dad is actually him to the skill factor of 2, bro. Like
How
he can't do
many
it.
times did they tell you
Nigeria is not for you.
How many times did they
Will
tell
it
you Nigeria is not for you?
Anything are funny.
Ojo,
How many times will they tell you Nigeria is not for you?
How many times would they tell you?
Ojo,
Ojo, come here.
Nigeria is not for you. Nigeria be not for you again, no.
Yeah. Now the joke's over.
you see, I download food now. I ate 12 pack of Indomie, and I just kept
I go
downloading.
chop 12 pack. I go chop 12 pack of Indomie.
When I see you, I go
With my
busha
net
you.
na gege bread. With my net na gege bread.
I go chop Indomie with gege bread.
A gege bread with water on the side.
Gege bread.
After that, I just kept downloading food. I ate some sauce.
You know how I became Steve Buku every day? Egusi and pounded yam, rice and stew. That's how you become Steve
Perfect is Brian the Bubble,
Buku.
fam.
Steve Buku. Who's in chat right now?
Brian Bobby.
Brian Bobby to the max, fam.
Perfect is Brian the Buku, fam.
Brian Buku Bobby, fam. If you stiffen want me.
Oh, Entax. Do you know like someone? It's like kind of my cousin. Do you know
Who's in
Entax?
chat right now?
Curtis.
Yeah, I know the name, but I don't know what he looks like. I know who I've seen his account, but I don't remember how he looks.
He looks like me.
It's not helpful.
I'm joking. Nah. 2 dreads. Should I have a pick?
Yeah.
I mean, I can go on his Finsta.
Right.
I'll just send a general. Wait, I'll send a.
Do you think Stephanie's better looking than Makosi?
100%, mate.
Oh,
But that's the big leagues. That's the big leagues. You get me? So that you can just send them stuff there, innit? But if you caught me on a Wednesday evening, yeah, and you asked me that question, I would have said Makuzi.
Yo, you've lost the plot, fam.
Bro, I'm telling you. Oh yeah, look,
Me, I get Galani. Wait, where'd you send it to?
I'm gonna send it to you, General.
Tell him I'm there till 6.
I don't want to be MCM.
Bloody a shout.
Yo, if Instagram has profile views, we're all cooked. I can't lie.
I can't lie.
Ooh. If
Yo.
Instagram had profile views, we
It's
would be
over.
finito.
My
Finito.
life will be over.
It's over. Baby, it's over.
It would be over. OVA, bro. Yo, it would be peak, fam.
On the birds, fam.
Where's Taker at, fam?
That's a good question.
Yo,
I
where's
don't know
he?
what's
Probably taking a. Oh, yeah, he said he's gonna make food.
Oh, he's got. He went to make food.
I think yeah.
That's what takes. That's
Might like take it if I'm first.
PPS for the PGPM. I'm loving the P. PGX for the PGPM.
You're going bad, David. You're a lot for watching, man. I
PGX for the
appreciate your
PGPM.
support.
I'm loving the P. That's what he says.
Three-
All right.
Big up yourself, David.
3CX and the PGP, I'm grabbing the phone and I'm bringing it deep. When there's a drought, I'm feeding the street. Lord knows what I've done for the love of the P.
That's what he says. Then the other ones, straight to the drug, gonna take that risk. Take that risk and straight to the drug. Straight to the drug, gonna take that risk. Take that risk and take that risk.
I've heard of that one, but
What is
Get me.
this?
it's too fast.
That's
Yo,
a
man
man
like
himself.
Nyami Tora.
That's
Man like
racist.
Nyami
Bro.
Tora.
Oh, it's
Man, like-
Milano.
That's racist, bro.
Oopsie.
Oh, I thought
No, but I didn't
that
realize.
was Nyami Tora.
I didn't realize it was you, Milano. That's why I said that. In that
Nah, I just thought it was Nyami Tora, innit?
Yo, he's my man.
It's that little Chris.
Nah, no, it's EST.
It's Chris. No, Chris guy.
Wait, Ashley, how do
No,
you
actually,
Yeah.
actually, bro, I saw you on the skateboard today. You thought you were a little peep, mate. Girl.
What?
Yeah, how do you find Sports Day? Chris, why didn't you come to Sports Day?
Sports Day was hard, bro.
Bro, I could have came. I could have risen, but oh yeah, that's Bimper. That's
Well,
NA.
oh, you sent it finally. Are you producing? Are you podding?
Yeah. Something like that.
Oh no, I don't know. Chris,
Yo,
I don't even know.
yo, these guys just spawning cars out of nowhere, bro.
Yeah,
G-Wagon.
Wait, is that G-Wagon? Yo!
I might have to get that one next, bro. The G-Wagon, it has so much surface area.
Nah, G-Wagon's my favorite car.
Oh, I ain't got.
Yeah, I
much
thought
money.
it was the M3, mate. The M times 1x3, mate.
No, the M3
Oh,
is
my
just
days.
good. Bro, the G-Wagon's unbeaten.
Okay, can we not cap? Yeah, let me tell you top 3 cars of all time. Yeah, that have the most aura. Number 1, Rolls Royce Color Vin5 Burden. Yeah, me.
Yeah, but it's kind of rinse, bro.
Number 2, Bentley Bottega.
Okay, that's also kind of bloody. All right.
Yep, there are sides. Number
Who's
3,
who's the one person on my stream right now?
Sonic.
Why didn't you tell
Number
me
3,
during the stream?
No,
I'm gonna say
I have.
Lamborghini.
I posted on
Lamborghini
Snap.
Urus.
I'm trying to post on Instagram and TikTok next.
Lamborghini Urus is actually what a car that is.
You're that cool. I can't lie.
Yo.
Who the hell is this?
Is that Nyami Tora?
Yeah, we see.
Oh, that's Steven.
Steven, fam.
Steven.
Yo, Steven.
Steven, why did you rise on your phone, bro?
Bro, because I'm downstairs, bro. I'm trying to make food.
Yo, Milano's on the stream. Milano's on the stream.
Fairs, yo, Milan. Wait, Milan, you're recording music?
Yeah, I'm trying to sample this thing here, bro.
You're always saying Ashley,
You're
you
actually,
good.
you're actually,
I want to do this from now.
you're actually,
Yo,
actually, your buns.
I'm buns.
Yo,
I beg you, shut up, bro. I actually have so much like vim for this kid, bro. I actually don't. I don't rate this kid.
this guy's been hating me since he had dreads. I'm not even joking.
I didn't even know you, bro. I knew you. I started knowing you.
Dreads. Milano, what kind of...
No, remember that
Yeah.
one time I first rose Crave, yeah, with you guys, and then he kept just pushing me and stuff.
I promise you, I don't know you.
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Wait, did I actually do that?
Hey, and you started calling me Cuffin, bro.
Wait, Chris, who's worse? Wait, Chris, who's worse, Ashley or Decent?
Ah, that's kind of hard, fam.
Yo,
What's going on here, man?
Decent is
Nah, a decent. Nah. I'm gonna say Ashley, cause Cuffin. You said I look like Cuffin. Nah, that's actually.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that. Yo, bro, you actually do look like Cuffham there.
I call it. That's actually the worst. That's the worst. Oh, that's the worst insult.
Yo.
Carl said I look like a panda. Yeah.
Panda.
it's like thing. It's like you know, Metal Saka, yeah, Rose like puff and stuff.
Whoa, your mic is pooing. Your mic is
Yo, bro, no PS4.
no air fryer, no PS4.
No
Nah,
girls
say
with that. Nah, sorry.
Say less, man.
I'll take it. The mic, fam.
I'll poo all over your mic, Chris, fam. Wait, this guy
Red,
would put your
Redmi
mic
13
with
no,
the
X out Allegra.
Well, you know when you want chicken, yeah, but like it's like frozen stuff. You have to just do.
Yo, what's good, chat?
Wait, your England is your chat active?
No, there's just two people, but I don't know. One person's been silent. Another person just joined recently. I'm just trying to see what's up.
Who misses me? Who misses me?
Don't name for chill out, bro.
Yeah, no, sorry, bro.
Yo, what's up, you got? Chat, you good?
Yo, why is everyone just rising today, bro?
What do you mean, what?
But if only Ryan was here, man.
We need the premium yam.
Chat, we good? Anything you want to talk about in particular, or we're just talking today? So.
I can't lie. I can't lie. Should I do top 5 buns anime right now?
If you say Bleach, I'm gonna remove you off the G.
If you say One Piece, I'll poo on you, fam.
If you say Bleach, I'm gonna remove you off the.
Yo, chat, what's up?
Okay, top 5 buns. Number 1, MHA. Oh my days.
Yo, you know the L take, fam. What do you mean?
Bro. That's an L take.
Yo, Ned Tax.
You
You're literally older than me and you like MHA.
Gee, yo, I watched MHA when it came out, fam.
Yo, what? Bro was riding on sides, bro.
You guys were on side, fam. MHA's bloody, bro.
MHA is so Garo.
You're not Gareth Steven. Stop.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the rest?
Number 2, Ntax might remove me. Ntax, say so you won't remove me.
Only if you say Bleach is bad, then I'll remove you.
Okay.
Oh, they
number
can see
2,
it no matter
JoJo's
what.
Bizarre
Oh,
Adventure.
damn.
JoJo's
Okay,
Bizarre
I'll take it.
Adventure. Oh my days.
Bro's gone 2 for 2 for buns, man.
No, but JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is W because it has Jesus in it.
Yo, how can you say JoJo's
Yeah.
even buns?
So Garo. Okay. What else?
Number 3, I'm gonna say Boruto because buns. Get me.
Yeah, I'll allow it still.
What do you say? Okay.
Boruto.
What do you say for number 3? Naruto?
Boruto.
Boruto, yeah, Boruto's trash, bro.
Buns on buns. Buns on buns. Burger buns.
Okay, next.
Yo, Maya, you good?
I'm gonna say
Hi, Maya.
Yeah,
Maya, you good?
The first season was calm, yeah, but I don't rate the second season.
I haven't even watched it. Just look buns. You get me?
That's why I found under them buns.
I like slide buns. I'm gonna keep it being. It's so like it's just not it, fam.
Yeah, bro, it's kind of buns, fam.
Alright, let me do top 5 best now. Top 5 best.
Yeah.
Number 1, One Piece.
Yes.
One Piece is so dead, bro.
I can't lie.
Yo, Maya, can you hear me?
Actually,
You
bro,
good?
Stop. Just stop.
One Piece is so good.
Who are you actually telling to shut up, bro? Because
I said stop, bro. What do you mean?
I swear, I would actually just ying everyone in your bloodline, bro. I'm not even joking.
Man said in your bloodline, nah, Chris. Yo, he's wilding.
Yo, this guy thinks he's him, bro. Like he's this guy's literally a server.
I take him.
I'm a server.
Yeah, forget about it.
And take got 5 cars. Me and Luke out here transfer cars. If you see me in no team, yo, take him.
Okay, top 5 best, yeah.
Oh, he's
One
on
Piece.
mute, stupid poo, man.
One Piece, I'ma say, then Naruto, then I'ma say Hunter x Hunter because Buns. I mean Peak.
Huh?
Yo,
Number 3 is
Maya.
Hunter x Hunter, mate.
Oh, who else is in
Yo,
chat?
switch Naruto and Hunter x Hunter and you're good.
Change Naruto or what?
Switch Naruto with Hunter x Hunter.
I can't like Uncle, you're bugging still.
Switch Naruto with
forget about
Hunter
it.
x Hunter.
Okay, you're not dictator Mbappe, yeah, just chill out, bro.
Okay, name the
Take it,
next.
take it, take it. Steven,
Yo.
XZM,
Yeah.
ZM.
Oh, still.
Sample this, never
Yo,
mind.
Alright.
Chris, name the
Yo,
other.
anything you want to talk about in particular chat or I don't mind personally. We'll just sit here and talk.
Okay, number 4, I'ma say Black Clover because Black Clover, if you know, you
Black
know
Clover
it.
is so amazing, bro. Black Clover is like, yo, that's my top 3.
Thanks, Ashley. One valuable thing for once.
Alright, bro. Yeah.
Number 5, I'ma say as my number 5. This what an anime this is. Like I had so much fun watching this. Can't lie.
Mm.
I'ma say Kuroko no Basket. Let's go.
Valid.
Chat, we good.
No, the first time I watched Kuroko no Basket, I was in Ivory Coast. So that's kind of crazy.
Mm.
I watched it in Ivory Coast, so you get me.
Good.
There. Naruto, Sasuke.
What do you know about King Vader?
Huh?
Ashley, do you remember that?
Chat, we good?
What?
Yo, the only
King
reason why like
King Vader only did those Naruto videos, fam.
Oh, I remember King
I
Vader,
was watching
bro.
those the other day. King Vader was
It's
hard,
so
bro.
tough.
Wait,
It
give me
was so
two
tough.
seconds.
Hey, Chris, what did you say?
yo, Block Street was peak, I can't lie.
Man, I wish I was there for Brock Street, bro.
You missed out on Block Street, nah, you're buns.
Bro, because I didn't have a Gara like thing to run it, fam. Like all my items were buns.
You didn't even run it on your phone? Nah, sorry, bro. Prime Block Streets was when you were in year 11
What?
or year 10. Year 10. Year 11 or
Oh,
year
yeah.
10.
Year 10.
That was Prime Block Streets, mate, and you missed out.
Okay, bro. What about Grand
Okay.
Prix Online? Did you ever rise GPA?
Nah. I want to start playing ABA, though.
Mm.
Is it good?
I just think it's there.
So,
Ooh,
yo,
I heard that.
yo, Steven, man, yo. Only if you live near me and Chankura and Zion, that would have been calm.
On Bros, fam. You know, I almost could have moved into your engine.
How?
Yeah, when we're looking for a new house.
It would have been Gareth size. I mean, Juju ain't that far.
Still. Bro, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm just trying
Ryan's
to
right there
focus on my
too.
stream. But
Ryan's right there too. Actually, there too.
Wuno's there.
No, Bruno is Bowman Lee's size, but why not?
Yeah, that's Chris.
Yo,
Bro, Chris, how do you actually spike your hair, fam? Because it's so Gara, bro.
bro, you can feel with your hand, bro.
Oh, how do you move your hand? It doesn't look like you move your hand.
Bro, I don't even have a sponge, mate. You can feel with your hand. Or if you want to be prestige and like have like premium spikes, do it with a towel. That's
Oh,
how
yeah.
I got dressed back in the day. I did towel meth, then I wore a do-rag, and I just let my hair down. Then after, I just continue with a sponge every day, and then until it locked up. and it started dropping, and then yeah, the rest was history. It was barbecue chicken from there.
Say less. But I might try
Chat, we
rice
good?
tomorrow. What's his name? Abigs.
Abex, oh, for a trim. Why tomorrow? Oh, for Limitless.
Good thing. Like limitless in it. I'm gonna try.
Oh, you didn't get a safe again. I
Nah,
guess
but
it's
you
not
can't.
good.
Now, do you think parents will allow it?
I mean, I'm going away for a few days in it, so I don't think like you're gonna see it like that.
Where you going?
Limitless, like church camp.
Oh, enter. So you going?
Yeah, he's going
Even
still.
Yes.
Still.
Everyone's going. No. Oh, it's small group. It's small group, innit?
Mhm.
You know Chris could have gone.
No.
Is
Yeah,
it too
he's
late?
right
Is it too
age.
late? Is it too late? Is it too late?
I know it's too
Probably.
late.
Unless you book by yourself.
Hello.
Yeah. Safe sides.
Because you need 2 bags as well. 2 bags.
Bro,
2
let me
bags? Yo,
let
you
me,
got 2K
let
in
me
your
make a
account,
call.
Steven.
Listen, why didn't you come?
Oh, ask me that question one more time. Ask me the question one more time. We'll find out.
Wait, I don't know.
Yeah, Gozo, why didn't you come? But you said he left it too late.
Oh.
On an Indian perspective too.
Oh no, yo, you man should join my live team. Yo, what's up, chat? You good?
I'm gonna join when I finish this absolute Boston food, bro. I don't know how guys here on rice and stew. Maybe it's because their stew's not from Ghana.
I stew at this time first.
But yo, actually, what are you doing right now? Like,
What do you?
Well, they actually
Like-
go Babu.
We're not going
Nah.
to.
You went to see your man, Ashley. Your chat, we good?
let's see a man with me, Gozo, and Leo stay jingle.
You went with
Let me go back to the kitchen.
with Melvin.
Open as much smells in there.
Yeah.
Yo, chat.
Yo,
Yeah. If you love me, can you buy me this?
Boston Rolly, Boston, yeah.
And I actually sounded kind of tough right now.
Just even when's your birthday? March the 1st, March the 3rd, innit?
Yeah.
Your birthday's on a Wednesday.
No, next year.
Yeah.
Nice
What other
bro.
year, mate? Now I can check what day I was born on. That's it.
What day were you born on?
I'm gonna check after this race, innit? Okay, I can check now.
Were you playing track and field?
Billy.
Bro, this is watching, bro. Oh, fantastic. Give me 14 more though.
Huh?
Yo, what's up, chat?
Yeah, Gozo. Yeah, Gozo, I heard you say that a million times. You getting more viewers
It's up and down right now, I can't lie, the viewership.
first. And keep on going, man. Look, I left time to talk about something. Just decide something to talk about yourself.
No, I'm trying to see if they can respond, innit? Because I want to see what they want to talk about. Because
Yeah.
I'm doing a just talk
Why
live
you not in
stream,
black?
so.
Look, like, just think, just talk about something already. And then if people come in, you can ask them to change it. You know, it's like, it's like you're doing nothing in the live right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
But
I
know
mean,
you
I had a
can-
video that I wanted to edit anyway. I must have been editing the video.
Yeah, you can put like, you can record like you editing. Just put the display capture on it.
Yo, Nathaniel, what's up, man? Yo, chat, what's up? Now, right now, I'm just editing a video right now. Or I will be editing a video. But he was eating so loud, it's just my friend Steven. But yeah, right now, we're just doing like a just try and stream. Anything you guys want to talk about, we can talk about. If not, I'll just edit my video. But it's not a biggie. Yo, chat, what's up? Yo, anything you want to talk about, chat? History, politics, economics, literally anything. Life, I don't mind. Yo, Nathan, I'm happy you have the call muted, otherwise. Oh my days. Yo, what's good, chat? The enclosed water theory. No, I haven't heard of it. Tell me about it. Yo, see, yo, that's a good philosophical topic, is it? But yeah, I'd say yeah, mostly it is written like how'd I say it? Written by the victors, yeah. Because okay, fundamentally, okay, if you just look throughout history, or like literally anything, like any you know bottles of water, and that. You look throughout history, or like literally anything, whether it's like Rome versus Carthage, the British Empire versus their colonies, then you could just see like fundamentally the voices of and like the way of life of like the loser is just erased from history. Like look at Rome and Carthage to justify the how do I say it, the invasion and destruction of Carthage. So Carthage is modern day Tunisia. To justify that, they had to demonize the Carthaginians. So, but yo, and then at some point we wouldn't have as much water to like keep the cycle going. I don't know. No, that does make sense. The bottles with water in it. Oh, let me search that up. That's a good topic we could talk about. But um, Uzair, if you're still in chat, I hope my explanation about your question still makes sense. But Kiara, I'm gonna address your thing. You said what do you call it? Bottles of water in it. Wait, includes water free. Alright, let's learn about it. No, Kiara is fine, man. We can learn this. Includes water free mostly aligns with scientific discoveries regarding deep earth storage. Deep earth storage, where vast amounts of water are trapped or enclosed inside mantle minerals rather than arriving entirely from the comets. Okay, hold on. So you man, I'm gonna end the call, but I'll jump from the call. Okay, that's includes water free. Alright, Kiara. Okay, I'm just reading about it. Scientists found that a blue mantle rock called ringwoodite acts like a sponge locked away. Wait, Kiara, am I reading the right thing? You said includes water free. Right. Yo, are you still on? When you say history is written by the victors, I think I've replied to your comment, but I don't know if you're around to hear it. If not, no problem, bro. It was nice to talk about. Because I just, Kiara, if you can see my screen, because I am streaming it right now, I searched up includes water free, which is what you said in chat, so I'm just trying to read it and understand it. But it seems to be about what? Is this, it seems to be what? From what Google is saying, it's about deep earth water storage or alternative context of, yeah. I don't, it differs from what you were talking about, so I just want clarification. Maybe you meant something else, or maybe this is a different part of it. But yeah, in the meantime, yo, let's keep talking. Yo, Kiara, you can hear me. I'm gonna send your stuff you sent me to my AI, so I don't have to open your private DMs. I think yeah, privacy is important and all. So Yo, Kiara, Nathaniel, you guys still in chat? Let me open up your comment. Can you guys hear the TikTok? Can you hear it now? Still not. Wow. Hold on. I thought I unmuted media. That's strange. Hold on. Let me test this out.
Think of it this way. Precipitation grabs that water, brings it up to the sky, condenses.
Can you hear it now? Okay. Let's watch this. That's how long is that? 19 seconds.
You know about the trapped
Oh my days.
water theory?
No, what is it?
So you know when you drink out a plastic water bottle and there's that. You know about the trapped water theory?
No, what is it?
So you know when you drink out a plastic water bottle and there's that little bit of liquid remaining, where does that go?
The lakes. I have no idea.
So think of it this way. Precipitation grabs that water, brings it up to the sky, condenses, litigates itself, and further extrapolates the water, produces it into rain.
Wow.
That's the rain today, every day. You know about the trapped water theory?
No, what is it?
Yeah. So okay, I might be looking at it from a very simplistic point of view, but from what I understand, they're saying it's to do what with the physical theory. It's to do what the water cycle. I think I might be looking at it from a simplistic point of view. So correct me if I'm wrong. Rihanna or Wanaka, this doesn't make sense. Yeah, I'm confused as well, to be honest. I'm just gonna see if Kiara can send like a different TikTok explaining it. Because even when I searched up on Google, it didn't really. I searched up includes water theory, which is what she said in chat, and it didn't really come up like that. So we'll just wait to see. Thing. Kiara can send a different video, and I'll just open it on the stream. I'll keep it on here. I assume it'll be another TikTok or something. I'll keep this on here for now. Okay, hold on. Let me just send it. Bianca Barato. Okay, thank you, Kara. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I've been kind of messed up ever since I heard about the trapped water bottle theory. And if you don't know what the trapped water bottle theory is, essentially it's when you throw a water bottle away.
Alright.
So I've been kind of messed up ever.
Kiara, this is the right one, right? Oh, and Rihanna, sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Is there anything you want to talk about? Because we're just doing a general talking stream for today. Okay, yeah, it's the right one, Kiara. Okay, let's listen.
Since I heard about the trapped water bottle theory. So I've been kind of messed up ever since I heard about the trapped water bottle theory. And if you don't know what the trapped water bottle theory is, essentially it's when you throw a water bottle away with the lid on and water still inside. You're removing that fresh water out of the Earth's natural rotation. And the water bottles, take minimum 450 years to break down. So even by the time that water bottle breaks down and the water is released, it's now filled with like a bunch of micro and nanoplastics. So it's essentially polluted the water, and we only have a limited amount of fresh water. And if you look it up, people are like, oh, don't worry about this. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We've got enough fresh water. Don't tell me I have to worry about it when you're hiking up my water prices. All right? What, did Big Water write that? Why do we have privatized water? Of course Big Water doesn't want us to worry about it. I'm worried about it. Every time I see a water bottle in the trash with the lid on and water still inside, I freak out. I take the water bottles out of the trash and I dump them out because I'm a good human being, and that's what we should do. And if this doesn't mess you up the way that it messed me up, then I don't even know what. I mean, how is this not a bigger problem that more of us are talking about? Because water bottles are everywhere, and I can't be the only one that is obsessing over this. So I've been kind of messed up ever since I heard about the trapped water bottle.
Okay, that's an interesting theory. So I think, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think what the theory is trying to suggest that, okay, especially because we as humans produce like millions, if not billions, of tons of plastic each year, and a lot of those will automatically be plastic water bottles and all. So if I'm understanding the theory, even if it takes a long time, which yeah, she does have a good point. Plastic water bottles take a long time to break up. So even if it takes a while, every time we throw away a bottle of water or container or whatever, or plastic container that's containing water or any type of liquid, over time, because plastic doesn't break down, especially like if it's like a sealed container, like kind of like this or something. Well, this one is open, but any type of closed water bottle, then over time, that will mean that, if I understand the theory correctly, we're slowly running out of fresh water, which is a very interesting theory. I haven't ever, up until this point, heard anyone talk about like the theory and all, so it's interesting to think about, which I agree. I mean, technically speaking, it is possible for us to like run out of water over time, but I think that'll take a really, really long while. Just reading this comment section, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it, Nick. Reading the comment section, the first person, Mercy, she says, when the trash gets put in the garbage, it gets crushed, breaking the seal and dumping the water out. Which, I mean, I get what she's saying, but that's not necessarily, true. Right? Because she's assuming that the water being crushed or ending up in a long place, yeah, it could be a problem in the long run. It just depends, really. I think, yeah, it's very important for us to recycle. Now, I think another concern I have. I think another concern I have is that um recycling isn't as effective as we're told, you know, which is quite interesting. But because yeah, we're told that we're meant to recycle all the time, but I don't know how effective recycling actually is. Because I've seen theories, and I need to research the topic more myself. But I've seen theories that you know you can only recycle bottles, maybe once, maybe twice, and then you can't really recycle no more than that. And so far, society has been largely led to believe that recycling is a very effective form and way of like taking care of the environment, which I think is at least partially deceptive. Because the water at some point is just going to be so full of micro. Yeah, I think it's going to be a problem in the long run. Just we won't feed it right now. I agree. So it's a very long term problem. Because the water at some point is just going to be so full of microplastics that affects hormones, and then we might have more diseases. I think the problem could be so if we leave the bottle open and we throw it like out the lid, which is true. I mean, yeah, but I don't think that's a full, how do I say it, full solution. Like, I think it reduces the issue, but I'm also assuming that when water's crushed, even with the bottle open, that all the water will come out. Like, if you look at this water bottle here, I've finished it, but you can. I don't know if the camera can capture it. I don't know if the camera can capture it. There's still a little bit of water left in there. So that even if I was to crush, I will crush it now, but even if it was to really be crushed down, would that water actually leave? But I do get what you're saying about like hormones and microplastics. I mean, that's the question. Will it eventually evaporate? That's I think if it's in light or sunlight or whatever, the heat will eventually evaporate it as a container. But that's, I mean, it's still good, but it's kind of wishful thinking. Do I believe humans will find Cleopatra's tomb? What do you mean by that? I mean, I know who Cleopatra is. She's the Egyptian pharaoh. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the only female Egyptian pharaoh. What do you mean her tomb? Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Kiara. Thank you, Yana. If you could explain what you mean by Cleopatra's tomb. Well, what you're saying about like hormones and stuff, that's actually really true. I think scientists, don't quote me on this, but she claimed no man will find her tomb. Whether we do or not, sorry, Kiara, just to put you on hold. Whether we do or not, I think depends on whether humans feel it's like yeah, you can ask any questions, even religious. Whether we can find or not, I think it depends on how much people care about it. Like, even if she says she hid it away, if people don't, or the vast majority of people don't care to find it, because companies, and people, they put money into stuff that will make them more money. So if people don't feel like it's a good return on investment, then people probably wouldn't invest in it. I think if we put our minds to it, I think it's possible, because we have discovered the tombs of other pharaohs and they didn't really want theirs to be found. But then again, they put their tombs in like big pyramids, right? So they aren't really hiding it. Rust, Cleopatra, to my knowledge, from what you're saying anyway, didn't. She has hidden it. She didn't. How do I say it? She hasn't tried to make it obvious where it is. So I think it's possible to find it, but I don't think we will. If that answers your question, Rihanna. Sorry again if I'm mispronouncing your name. How do you think? How you think pyramids were created? I think you meant wow. Uh, I'm not. When it comes to the pyramids, I'm not personally a conspiracy theorist because I feel like often as modern people, yes, people in the past did a lot of dumb stuff, but I feel that I believe at least that the pyramids were actually created by the ancient Egyptians. And I'm not saying it'll be easy, but you could see monuments around the world that showed that ancient people, despite like their limited knowledge, especially when it comes to medicine and stuff, they were still smart, like the ancient Greeks and then later like the Arabians, they pioneered a lot of like the maths we use today. So I think there's a tendency for us to just look at ancient people and just instantly call them, they're stupid, they're this or that. But it's important to put ourselves in their shoes, and they knew what they're doing. Even if we ignore the pyramids for a second, look at other ancient structures. You have the Colosseum, in Rome, that's created by the Romans. That's ancient times. You have Stonehenge, even if it's not as complex as the pyramids. Um, Even if it's not as complex as the pyramids, that took effort to move. You have the Easter Island heads. Don't know what the proper name for them is, but I know they're on Easter Island. Those iconic heads. If I search it up for you guys, yo, hello, whoever just joined chat. Easter Island. Let's. I'll reply to your thing in a second, Rihanna. Yeah, these ones. Even if you look at the Easter Island heads, ancient people knew what they were doing when it comes to moving stuff around. So even if the pyramids were the most complex of them all, ancient people knew what they were doing fundamentally. So I think and believe that humans actually created the pyramids. Do you think COVID was created in a lab? See, that's a question a lot of people have when it comes to COVID. And I think a lot of the suspicion makes sense. Yeah. A lot of the suspicion when it comes to COVID is that it kind of just came out of nowhere. And I think a part of that is because for a long time, I think it was the Chinese that since see that's the weird part, right? Because initially, okay, although it hit the world heavily, like I think it was March 2020, it had been around since October. Let me just search that up so I'm not just like guessing. When did COVID actually start in China? Yeah, so I was about to say October, but okay, first case, retrospective Chinese government data points to this date as the earliest recorded instance of individual contracting. So, technically speaking, the COVID was around, might have been around before that, but the first time somebody actually caught COVID was November 17th, 2019. And it stopped the world from being prepared. If we had had the foresight, if China had like released the information early, then we could have done and prepared for it better, I believe. And because China censored it, I think they tried to like keep the issue to themselves or solve it themselves, but it kind of failed. And especially because of how the modern world works, people move around, you know, frequently and quite easily. So it didn't take long for it to spread. It's similar, the same way that the rest of the world finding out forced China to reveal COVID. It's similar to how I think was it Chernobyl. I'm gonna bring up the example of Chernobyl. Yeah. Yeah, in 1986. Oh, in 1986, when Chernobyl happened, the Soviets they tried to keep it, and censor it to themselves. I think I don't know if they try. I don't know if they were trying to downplay the issue because I think when people started asking questions, they're like, "Oh no, it's nothing big." But until the situation got like really bad, and they were forced to reveal it. I think it's a similar situation when it comes to China. Whether COVID is lab grown or not, I don't know enough about the topic to be able to say that. But I'd say it's a bit suspicious, and yeah, it's a bit suspicious that they chose to censor such a thing. Maybe they thought that they could solve it by themselves, so it wouldn't become an issue. I don't know, but I hope I answered your question. I tried my best. All my days, have you heard the theory where apparently pyramids weren't built out? Sorry, all my days, have you heard the theory where apparently pyramids weren't built but unbuilt? What do you mean by that? Pyramids weren't built but unbuilt. Pyramids weren't built but unbuilt. Whoever the fourth person is in chat, welcome, welcome. We're just doing a just chatting stream, history, politics, economics, whatever you want to talk about. Also, Kiara, didn't you say that you wanted to ask like a religious question? You could go ahead. But what do you mean? I didn't understand the last comment you just said. Oh my days, have you heard the theory where? Yeah, I didn't understand that one. I was doing 40 minutes apparently. Okay. After, okay, yeah, that's fine. What do you think about most religious talking down on women? See, yeah, that's a very interesting topic. Good question, by the way. Wait, to clarify, so you said most. Okay, you didn't say religious. You said religions. Um, I think. Okay, first of all, I think there's a need to distinguish religion from how does it know? Distinguish culture from religion, right? Because a lot of the time, for a lot of religions, the religion itself isn't disrespect women, doesn't look down on women. It sees women as equal a lot of the time. I can't say that for all religions, but for example, I am Christian, and I can say Christianity, the religion, does not disrespect women. Now, that's why culture comes in, because often people confuse culture and religion, right? Like if you ask a religious person, they say, "Oh, yeah, my religion is my culture, or this is my culture, whatever." But people often put their cultural beliefs and inject it into religion. Because if I use Christianity, for example, you know, I'm Nigerian, right? And often, African people say, "Oh, doing certain stuff is bad," you know, and they say, "Oh, yeah, yeah, it's not good. It's not good for Christians, for example, to do this, this, and this." But if you look at the Bible doesn't talk about any of that stuff. It's just their personal opinion, because culturally, Africans shouldn't do blah blah yada yada yada, but not actually Christians shouldn't do. But they kind of use religion and use it to hide their cultural beliefs because culture is objective, but then subjective. Sorry, but then religion is more closer to being objective. So people use religion to masquerade or basically hide their cultural beliefs. On the topic that they talk down on talking down on women, First Timothy 2:12. Let me read that. Let me open my Bible app. First Timothy 2:12. No, Rihanna, I'm still answering your question. I just wanna read about the thing Kiara just sent me. First Timothy 2. Which one? That NIV. You said verse 12. I do not permit a woman to teach or to assume authority over a man. She must be quiet. Okay, for that verse in particular, hold on. I'll get back to your specific aspect. I think I'm about to read the verse, but a lot of things when it comes to Christianity are taken out of context, right? Because if I just read this verse, if I just read purely this, it sounds terrible, and by itself it is terrible. But when you read in context of what the rest of it, what everything else is saying, and with knowledge of the time period, it makes more sense. If you get what I'm saying, it's not like, oh, they're just randomly insulting women. Because read any book, right? Forget the Bible, forget the Quran, whatever. Read any book, and if you just read a sentence out of context, it's gonna sound terrible, or it can sound terrible. It doesn't have to. So if you read this, I urge then first of all that petitions, prayers, intercession, and thanksgiving be made for all people, for kings and all those in authority, while we may live peaceful and quiet lives in all godliness and holiness. This is good and please God our Savior, who wants all people to be saved and to come to knowledge of the truth. For there is one God, one mediator between God and mankind, the man Christ Jesus, who gave himself as ransom for all his people, who have now been witness at the proper time. And for this purpose has appointed a herald and apostle. I'm telling the truth, I'm not lying, and I am the true and faithful teacher of the Gentiles. Therefore, I want the men everywhere to pray, lifting up our holy hands with anger or disrupting. I also want the women to dress modestly with decency and therefore I want the oh sorry. Therefore I want the men everywhere to pray, lifting up holy hands without anger or disputing. Yeah, send it in chat if you want, Stephen. Therefore, I want the men everywhere to pray, lifting up holy hands of anger or disputing. I also want the women to dress modestly with decency and propriety, or adorning themselves. No of elaborate hairstylings or gold or pearls or expensive clothes, but with good deeds, appropriate for a woman who prefers to worship God. A woman should learn in quietness and full submission. I do not permit a woman to teach or to assume authority over a man. She must be quiet. Okay, for that specific verse, okay, okay, it's a complex issue, and I do get what you're saying, Kiara, and I get what you're saying, Rihanna. But this isn't necessarily saying women should shut up. It's more to do so that okay, in the context of this, okay, First Timothy. First Timothy is a book where Paul, because the Bible's, okay, of course, what how do I say it? In the Bible, there's different sections, and we call them books. And the different books, they're kind of attached. Some are more attached than others. So, like the first few books are called. Oh, that's a good question. But the first few books are written by a man named Moses. The second set of books are written by a man named Samuel. The third set were the Testaments. I know the name of those ones. Those were written by Jesus' disciples. And then the fourth set, I don't think it's the final set, was written by a man named Paul. And some of them, and the ones that were written by Paul, they're all letters he was writing to like the early churches of the time. Because this is what, like 100 years or so, I think. This, I very at the very least, this is after the death of Jesus. So these were like the early churches. So Paul was writing to them to make sure that, because obviously he can't be if he's preaching across the world, he can't be in one specific church all the time. So he would write to them just to make sure that okay, even when I'm gone, make sure you're doing this, this, and this. Or if you heard something was going wrong, he would write to them. So that's why you have books like Corinthians. You know, um, you get what I mean. You have different books. Like if I just scroll here, I don't know why my mind's going blank. You have books like Ephesians, Galatians, Corinthians, Romans, Thessalonians. These are all names of cities, but also the churches where the places where like the cities where the churches were. My mind is going blank. But for First Timothy, he was writing in particular to his friend Timothy, who was starting a church. And in the context of this, which I admit is not a topic I'm fully knowledgeable about, but in the context of this, it wasn't necessarily telling women to just like shut up. It's more so the context. How do I explain this? The context of this is like, what's the best way to like word it? Because my mind's kind of going blank. Like, oh, I don't know how to best explain it. We can research it together, but it wasn't. I can assure you, it wasn't just telling women to shut up. But the part I can address is I do not permit a woman to teach or have what do you say? I can explain like one part is I'll research the be quiet part, but the part about assuming authority over a man wasn't necessarily looking down on women. It was Paul trying to how do I say it? Follow the example. Because if you look at the story of Jesus and his disciples, Jesus, none of the disciples, he had female followers, but none of the disciples were how do I say it? Female themselves. It was just all male. Now I'm sure Jesus had his reasons for that, but because of that, Christians assumed that people that are in high positions in the church should be how do I say it? Should be male. Now I admit a part of that is written in the context of the time because society at the time was a patriarchal society, but that isn't so much the Bible hating on women. That's more so them writing in context of the time, right? Same way they'll when talking about war, they'll talk about horses and stuff. They'll talk about horses because there weren't cars or tanks back then. So a lot of the stuff needs to be written not just in context of the Bible, needs to be read not just in the context of the Bible, but in the context of the time period as well. But I don't know if I'm answering your question correctly, but we can search on the shows. We'll stay quiet part. I'll just read it. I got commentary and God to invite God if you want to. Commentary is very long, but regardless of what it says, it doesn't in any way reduce. Yeah, just reading what Tycho said. It doesn't in any way reduce a woman's equality to man. It just goes to the different roles God has for man and woman. We're all still equal and none are better than another. So yeah, that's in the context of Christianity. the Bible doesn't write to look down on women. A lot of stuff was just written in context, and Christians taking the examples of Jesus. Like in today's world, I'm not Catholic personally, but Catholics, which is a part of a sect of Christianity, they still don't let women into like high positions of authority. They have nuns, but we don't let women into high positions of authority. Or some parts of Christianity do. Like I'm personally Protestant, specifically Pentecostal, and some churches do let women into high places of authority. So, it's not so much Christianity, it's more about the culture of where we are. So like England, they let women lead. Some other parts of the world, unfortunately, don't. But that's not Christianity. That's the culture of the place where it is. Now, for other religions, I can't speak as much because I'm not of those religions. So my ability to talk on them is limited. And I prefer to talk about stuff I'm educated on or I've just learnt about. But I'm aware that for a lot of religions, I do agree with you, although you weren't necessarily trying to make a point, you're asking a question that religions talk down a lot of women. And when it comes to Islam, for example, once again, stuff should be read in context, and I haven't read the Quran, so I can't really say much. But there are some parts of it where, even context or not, from a modern day viewpoint, it does look as if, or seem as if, how do I say it, that they are talking down the women. So, if you could give any examples, we can discuss it. But I can't really discuss why I don't know how much. That's why I discuss Christianity with you guys. But it's hard for me to discuss other aspects. But if you have any other questions, I don't mind. One second, I'm just closing my door. I'll be back. I'm back, guys. I'm back. I'm back. I don't know if I answered your question. How do I say it? Yeah, no, and I don't know if I answered your secondary question. Sure, but I hope that helped a bit. There's a topic we can research more. I'm fully up to it. I did say we can talk about anything. By the way, Kiara, did we finish discussing your trap water bottle theory? I think we addressed it, but I don't know if we fully finished it. And Tycho as well. Okay, we did Kiara. Okay, that's good. Let's keep bringing the questions or discussions. We're here to educate ourselves on debate, and I'm fully here for it. You kind of. Is there any part that I didn't clarify properly, or you want better clarification on? Rihanna, feel free to let me know. Cause yeah, we can keep talking about it. You kind of understand. And same for you, Tycho. If there's anything you want to talk about, it's okay. Okay, that's fine. History, politics, economics. Damn. I think I missed my question, or did you forget it? I'll give you time to remember. Also, apart from just talking, if there's any videos you want me to react to, like obviously TikTok videos are fine. You can just put the links in chat, or even YouTube videos. We can watch them together, and then I can like give my opinion. Yeah, missed it. Which one did I miss? Okay, wait. Let me scroll. Scroll. Okay, we talked about the water. How do you think? Yeah, we talked about the pyramids. Um, what the name is? Yeah, sorry that I missed it, but if you just like put it in chat again, I'll address it. I think yeah, we talked about the what's in the pyramids. Ooh, thank you for asking that. Thank you for asking that. Yo, that's a very good question, yo. I really want to talk about that, yo. Thank you for asking that, Rihanna. Yo, that's a great question. Yo, with the whole looks maxing thing, looks maxing in itself isn't a bad thing in itself, right? The idea of it is not bad at all. Because fundamentally, looks maxing at the basic level is people just wanting to better themselves. And nobody can look at it and say, oh, it's a bad thing in itself. The problem is when people take stuff to extremes because being too big or too skinny is bad, you know, whether you think looking bad or looking too good is bad, whatever. But problem looks maxing in the modern form. It's a modern topic, but like, have you seen? Yeah, looks maxing is terrible. You know, I think I saw clavicular. I don't know if I can talk about it, but I'll mention anyway. I think I saw that he puts like what? He puts, is it meth? He injects himself with meth and and so much stuff like that. It's so vain, if I can use that word. You know, there's no substance to what they're talking about. They're just talking for talking. Like, it's such a. That's what I mean by when you take certain trends to extremes, right? Because just bettering yourself isn't a bad thing at all. But when you take to the extremes where, because half the people that do this or of hyper focus on looks maxing, they say, "Oh, I'm doing this to improve my confidence, to feel comfortable in my own body," stuff like that. But this, go to their TikToks, go to their comment sections, whatever. These aren't people that are secure about themselves, and they're not secure about themselves because the only thing they can do after their looks are improved is insult other people. And somebody that's secure by themselves wouldn't insult other people. Yes, you can advise people, you know. You think somebody's out of shape, you can be like, oh, you should go to the gym, There's nothing wrong with showing genuine concern for other people or actually giving helpful, fitness or aesthetics, aesthetical. I don't know if that's a word, but helpful, looks advice, fitness advice, life advice. There's nothing wrong with that, if you're respectful. But when you start just like hurling insults after insult other people, that's when it really like becomes an issue. Like with clavicular, as you were saying, Rihanna. It's like let's just search up because like TikTok is very open. Some of his stuff, like, it's even like no, it's in an unfortunate way. It's even kind of sad, bro. Like, why did I search of you? What am I doing? That's how you know it's lit. Clavicular. I just look at this stuff. If I just look at, do you think that do you think people that do extreme or are mentally ill? Are you talking about? Do you mean it like as how do I say it? Is that to do with like looks maxing or just in general? Now look at this. If I can just zoom in, I think I don't know. Yeah, it's not letting me zoom in. But look at I just pause the screen here. It's very obvious what he's doing, right? Look at that. Come to Europe. Don't get me wrong. As I said before, good to improve yourself. But look, this whole culture of, oh, I need to mug, I need to mug, I need to mug. Like, it gets to a point where, okay, I see this glaze of Kanabiki here. For what reason? Just better yourself, focus on yourself. And then you have this guy here. He's clearly trying to, make himself look better. He's standing next to somebody that isn't conventionally attractive. So, and he is conventionally attractive. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, conventionally attractive. So, by standing next to somebody that isn't, he's trying to see like, oh, the video's still fresh. The
The way you
the more mean comments probably wouldn't be there yet. Although I could probably find them if I scored far enough. But it's just a disgusting culture. Aviana, I'll get to your question. Looks, Max, and cotton names. Have you seen them? Do you think people do that extreme mentally ill? For sure, for sure. It is at least a form of like, I don't know if mentally ill right is the right word. I think for some they might be. You know, they might have some mental issues, you know, like undiagnosed mental issues. But for some, as that joins into social media. For some, it's definitely to do like social media does have an impact. I'd say Rihanna. Yeah, social media definitely does have an impact. And I think the impact social media does have on like trends that looks back saying is that okay, let's say let me use an example. I'll get to your can we help? I'll get to that in a second, Kira. When we look at social media, if you go back 20 years, right? I think Facebook might have existed, but 20 years ago, social media didn't exist. Because social media didn't exist, the most attractive person in your town, you know, okay, how do I word this? Because social media didn't exist like 20 years ago, you can't just easily access, you know, how other people look, how other people live. And there's good and there's good and bad to that. On the good side, on the how do I say it? On the bad side to that is because you can't see how other people live, you know, you can't see you can't see oh I'm living better than people. And you can't see oh these people living better than me, or this is how life should be, or this is how life shouldn't be. So that's the bad side. But on the good side of not having social media, okay, all the women I see, or just the women I can see on a daily basis, right? So I have to be happy with that because I don't know better. But when because of social media, I could be just tapping social media, scroll, scroll, scroll. Whether you're a man or woman, you're just scrolling on social media. Now it seems that everybody's attractive when that's not the truth of the matter is people are just attractive, you know. There's 8 billion people on planet Earth. It's literally impossible for everybody to be conventionally attractive. But social media make it seem that that's the most common thing in the world and that it's so bad to be average looking or so bad to be ugly. Which is simply isn't true. People should be able to live their lives happily, but social media kind of stops people from being able to do that, unfortunately. Right? So using the example, I'll just be happy with the women I have around me. Women will be happy with the men that they have around me, or whatever else people are attracted to. They'd be happy with the people they're seeing. But because of social media, attractive men, attractive women, this trend, dance trend, this trend, dance trend, you know, there's new trends, just consumerism, you know. A lot of it is just to make more money for companies and all, you know. That's why, you know, yeah, it's a complex issue. How can we help? How can we help? We can help by not feeding into a lot of these negative narratives. That's a very big way we can help. You know, you see somebody that's insecure about how they look, tell them to look good. You know, or give them helpful advice. They already feel insecure enough about how they look. Don't feed into that. Don't insult them. You know, anybody in your life that you see that or feels insecure by themselves, help them through that. You know, like even if that doesn't have an impact on the whole world, if you can impact your small circle of people, that can go a long, long way. You know, next time you see your best friend, tell them, "Well, you look wonderful today." You know, you don't have to literally say that, but you know, compliment their hair, compliment their clothes, make them feel good about themselves. Because social media doesn't. On a personal level, step away from social media. Really, lately, for the past like 1 month or so, I've been on YouTube so much more than I've been on TikTok or Instagram because I realized, okay, yes, I'm gonna see some funny videos, some funny comment sections, but none of it was really positive for me to see, and that's the unfortunate part. So encourage the people around you, but also step away from social media. Like I don't really scroll on TikTok like that. I let my TikTok streaks die. So just because half the time I was just going on there to send a streak and then leaving. So focus on yourself and don't let social media tell you that your life should be a certain way. What do you think? Thank you. You look beautiful today. What do you think about the ED TikTok accounts that encourage things like this? I think, okay, first of all, social media companies, if you don't force them to do something, social media companies, I can tell you for a fact, they won't do it. You know, the whole talk about like UK social media bans. You know, I'm in favor of some sort of like social media restriction for young people because I think it's really harming a lot of young people. You know, Gen Z and Gen Alpha, we're the most aware generations out there, but at the same time, we're also some of the most insecure generations, you know. And a lot of that isn't our fault, you know. You look beautiful today, kid. I haven't seen you today, but you look beautiful as well. And you too, Rihanna, and you too, Taka. But as I say, social media just makes young people feel really, really insecure about themselves because social media tell you that, oh, by 21 you need to have a Lamborghini, you need to have a mansion. But statistically, factually, that's literally impossible for most people. You know, if everybody had a Lamborghini by 21, the Lamborghinis wouldn't be important because it would be common. It's because just because so few people have mansions or castles or Lamborghinis or private jets that it makes them valuable. Half the stuff people buy, they buy it just because other people don't have it, not because they need it, not because they actually want to use it, not because they think it look nice on them, because oh no one else can afford it. You know, like when people buy luxury bags, for example, how many people are actually buying the bag? Obviously, a fair amount of people will buy the bag because they feel it fits their aesthetic, and fair enough. You know, it's good and bad to that, but fair enough to you. But when you're just buying something because no one else can afford it, that's such a vain and empty way of living your life. Just buying stuff because no one else can afford it. You know, to that point, what just live your life what to flex your money. Just go on. Thankfully, you know, I've created like positive feeds for myself on Instagram and TikTok. So unless I actively search for a lot of this stuff, like clavicular, whatever, like first time I heard of clavicular, I had to go out my way to search it because thankfully it wasn't coming on my FIP. My FIP is quite positive and educated, I'd say. So you do good for yourself if you can make your for you pages on Instagram, TikTok, whatever other social media positive. But just looking at some of these people, they live such vain lives. Like, I'll get back to your questions in a second. You keep scoring through curriculum.
The way you look,
Trend hopping, you know, slowly ascending again, actually getting better. Is this a positive way to be living? You know, all through his conversations, you know, obviously, yes, improve how you look. Young people, they feel like they're being told how they should be living their lives. Okay, or this guy needs to mug, this person needs to mug, glow up this, glow up that. You know, that's not a happy way to live. I can assure you, if you look at some clavicular clips, forget his TikToks, look at some clavicular um clips, sorry. He doesn't look happy, you know. He's trying to fill that void in himself and that pain and sadness in himself by, you know, seeing how many girls he can get or seeing how many people can glaze him. He's trying to fill that void in himself, but none of that will actually make him happy. There's no end goal to it, you know. It's just empty satisfaction. It's just like dopamine hits. So, what do you think? ED TikTok, yeah. I don't know what ED is, but I hope I could answer that question. Are you a feminist? And if yes, what's your definition of feminist? Yes, I am a feminist. Um, when you say definition of feminist, I'm not sure what you mean by definition, but for me, feminism isn't just about women. It empowers men, in my opinion, as well. Because feminism, because okay, if you look at the core feminism, you know, because the problem is when you start attaching political labels to feminism, and it's technically political in a way, when you start attaching political labels to feminism and the feminist movement, that's how people start disrespecting it. You know, if you look at like modern feminist movements, you know, because traditional feminism, no sane and normal person, in my opinion, no sane or normal person can be against traditional feminism, you know, because what's traditional feminism call for? Okay, equal rights for women. If you're against that, there's something wrong with you. I think most people in the world can agree with that. Women should be allowed to vote. Equal rights for women. Women should have, equal or fair representation in the workplace, or in parliament or in different areas of society. You know, women should be told that, just because you're pregnant, you have to quit your job, or just because you got married, you have to quit your job. You know, most people can agree, if that's what feminism is, nobody can disagree with that. But when you start expanding feminism, and there are some parts I agree with, some parts I don't. So getting rid of, because feminism just doesn't just aim to help women, it also aims to get rid of a lot of like the toxic stuff that affects men as well, and leads to men and women hurting each other, especially on the male side. The patriarchy hurts men as well because it tells men to just grind and hustle. It tells men to forget about their emotions, and that isn't a happy way to live. So the patriarchy does harm men, and I think we do need to dismantle the idea of patriarchy. And I think for a good time, society was really making good progress when it comes to equality and all. But we are slipping down right now, but we're at risk, at least in like a lot of Western countries like the UK or USA, we're at high risk of slipping back or looking down on women again as a society. Not to get into it too deeply, but if you look at like incel culture or a lot of these right wing movements, they just want to tear down all the progress, whether it's not just to do with feminism, but whether it's you know equality for women, equality for colored people. So many of these right wing groups or incel groups want to tear that down and like pull society back in time. And if we don't really lock in as a society and really improve ourselves and focusing, they can really destroy us. And even then, the feminism, as much as there's still stuff to be fixed in like countries like the UK, just looking around the world, women are really suffering, right? Of course, as I said before, feminism helps men as well, but women are suffering so much across the world. Like women are really suffering, right? And I think that's why some men have the stupid idea that they can diminish feminism in the UK or in the USA or whatever because they see, oh, women are being killed for being women in the UK or USA. So feminism, we have equality, which isn't true. Just because the law says, oh, you have to treat women right, doesn't mean men will actually treat women right. But just looking at some of these societies, like I think the biggest one, probably one of the most famous ones right now, is Afghanistan. And when the Taliban took power, I think it was 2021, 2022, so many rights the women have lost. I saw one professor, I don't know if you guys have seen the clip. One professor, which professor was it that when the Taliban they banned women from being able to go to university? I don't know if he had a daughter or he had female. Yeah, at least has female relatives. But the guy, he literally got all of his like uni certificates and just ripped up. He's like, oh, if women aren't allowed, to go to university or be educated in this country, then I don't want my certificates because they mean nothing to me. Like, if I can search up for you guys, um, Afghan, so, so rips up. Certificates. Yeah, this one. I'll get to your question and yours, Rihanna, in a second. Like when I saw this, it really made me emotional, right? And I'm not really the type of person to tear up, but just inside, women are really going through it, man. Yes, women in the USA and UK still have issues, and there's a lot of progress we need to make as a society. But just look at this. If being, you know, a woman in the UK is hard, imagine being a woman in Afghanistan. Imagine being a woman in Afghanistan. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Look how they're treating their women. Honestly, look at it. And I think this goes back to, Alan, you were saying, does religion talk down on women? And that's the question, is it religion or is it culture? Because I can tell you for a fact, no doubt, the Afghan culture really looks down on women. Now whether religion as well looks down on women, or this religion that applies to Afghanistan looks down on women, that's another debate. But the Afghan culture, at least traditionally, really restricts women, and it's horrible to see. Toxic masculinity, I think, yeah, there's elements of that. I don't know. K10, yeah, toxic masculinity. But yo, now let's just watch this video.
بین وان استاد ما بین وان استاد این امروز آوردیم بین وان استاد ما بین وان استاد این امروز آوردیم به سطح ماستری و دکترا ماستری اینه کامرامینای دوستا بگیرن که استاد مشعل ما می اسناداره این اسنادای اصلی است ما سر از اینم امروز این می اسناداره دیگه هیچ به درد من نمیخوره ای وطن جای برای تحصیل نیست اینه ما از پانتون میسور ما سند گرفتیم از هند استاد بودم درس دادم اینه امروز وقت خورم نخوانه مادرم نخوانه درس من درس قبول ندارم ما دروازه پانتون ای استادم من اینه پاره میکنم اصلی را پاره میکنم اصلی را پاره میکنم
Wow. Imagine that, man. Like, it's so unfortunate to see that. Yeah. Well, you guys get what I'm saying. My heart goes out to all the women out there. What do you think about the porn ban? In what way? You mean like them restricting it, or well, tell me more about that if you're still in chat. We can adjust that now. You can ban on age verification. Choosing criminal bans. If we can explain that more, we can talk about it. But I don't know about any specific porn. Do you think it's the right move? For sure. Right? Even if there's no specific right how that's it. Even if they aren't really banning it right now. For sure. Porn is destroying society. It's hurting society at least a lot. And I mean a lot, man. And I can say that because porn introduces a lot of ideas into like the minds. Bless you, G. Women are stronger than men. I was born from a woman and always respects one. No matter how low she goes, you always respect no matter what. For sure. It's important to respect people, men and women alike. That's the only way we can live a happy life by respecting people. But to do with like the whole porn man thing. Yes, because the government, yes, you can ban it, but there's always loopholes. Easiest loophole to be able to look at any type of banned content, porn or not, or whether it's movie sets, it's just a VPN. Download a VPN or pay for a VPN. Switch your location to a country that hasn't banned it. Whatever you want to watch, now you can watch it. So until a lot of these bans wouldn't matter at all until the government closes the loopholes. So even with the social media ban they want to do for young people, in Australia, where they bought in their ban last year, around 75% of 75% of the young people that were meant to be banned were still active on social media. How active, I don't really know, but around 75% of like the young people that were banned off social media were still active on it. So 25% were actually fully banned. But that says a lot that people can find, ways to get around bans. So when it comes to the whole porn thing, porn is natural in my opinion, but it's just how people present it. I watch it. It affects their daily life. It's completely normal for the first time. porn is a complex issue. Before I just other question, I think we'll just stay in the porn thing for a long time. But I think mostly, and I do hear what you're saying, Kitten, and you know, perhaps there is a healthy way to allow it. Who knows? But overall, I think it's such a negative for society. It gives men and women alike, you know, unhealthy views, unhealthy ways of looking at other people and other human beings. Men start imagining women like this in one way, women start imagining men in another way, so on and so forth. So it's overall, I'd say, positives or not, it's very unhealthy for society. But yeah, I'd agree with a porn ban. They'll need to close the loopholes. That's the issue. Um, what do you think? Wait, let me scroll. I hope I didn't miss any questions. Porn ban. What do you think about the whole Afghan thing? Did I address that properly? I think I did. But if you want me to address some more, I can. What do you think about what Prophet say FGM is a good deed for women? Was that the Prophet Muhammad or just another Islamic speaker? If you can answer that, that'll help me. What do you think? Yes, I answered that. What do you think about people romanticizing jobs? Okay, Prophet Muhammad. I don't know what he said about FGM, but it does say a lot, and there's literally zero positives to female genital mutilation at all. Zero positives and 1 million negatives. It can make women infertile. It's very painful because you're literally injuring, and harming heavily a woman's, private area. As I said, it can lead to infertility. Imagine like depending the type of FGM it is, you know, the pain in you know getting it done and then undoing it, and that is a very very patriarchal thing, you know, for female or FGM. To shorten it down, FGM is a very patriarchal thing, and unfortunately it happens across the world. And of course, like in a lot of Western countries, it's been banned for a long, long time. But some parts of like Southern Africa, for example, you know, they perform FGM on women, and then the idea is that when a woman gets married, they undo it so she can have children. So what kind of like control is that over women? Like, isn't that such a disgusting thing? Or in Afghanistan, just what they're doing there. I remember when the Taliban first came to power. I remember watching a documentary, about, and I just so sad to see like how they were impacting the lives of people. Because the Afghan people, they went from having so many rights, just basically having none. And I saw one young couple, and I remember this isn't to do with FGM, but just issues for women and people. One young couple, they weren't married, but like they were girlfriend and boyfriend. And I think some Afghan soldiers to call them because or some media people from abroad came in, and then they were going around with the Taliban because obviously they needed like Taliban permission and all. And there was a couple, like, a young man and young woman, and I think they either had or were gonna have sex. Obviously, they're unmarried. I know in Islam and in Afghan culture, it's wrong to do that. So the Taliban, I think, don't quote me on this, but I think they were gonna give them like, I don't know if it's both of them, but at least one of them, the death penalty. Like imagine that. Like regardless of your religious views or your cultural views, imagine giving somebody the death penalty for having out of marriage sex. Doesn't that just sound crazy? How are people meant to live happy lives like that? Religion or not, whether you're religious or not, there's no world where that's okay. Like it's horrible. It's horrible. What do you think about people? I hope I answered your question, Kiara. I don't know what the Prophet Muhammad. Do you want me to search up what he said about FGM, or was that answer okay for you? Answer's good. Okay. Um. what do you think about people romanticizing jobs as a sex worker, especially things with things like OnlyFans? I think stuff like OnlyFans is the symptom of the time period that we're living in. I think that's the first thing I want to say. And often a lot of the social media narratives around stuff like OnlyFans purely blamed to the women. No, whether you think this ties into porn as well, whether you think porn is right or wrong, that's not the point right now. But even when it comes to porn, like it's so weird to say, um, s- even when it comes to stuff like porn and all, even then the patriarchy still. I'll answer your question in a bit later. The patriarchy still has an impact on pornography and OnlyFans. That's so crazy. Even if it's a female-dominated space, the fact that the patriarchy still has impact on that, it's such a crazy thing. That how do I say it? 'Cause a lot of the discourse online is about, okay, oh, look at all these women showing their bodies online. Look at all these women, having sex for millions of people to see. Which is true. But what people forget to address is, if there wasn't money to be made, those women would not be doing it. Yes or no? If there wasn't money to be made, those women would not be doing it. So rather than purely blaming the women, ask yourself, why don't we talk about the men that pay for it? Why don't we talk about the people that pay for it? So much of online discourse is just bashing the women that do it, or even in the rarer cases, the men that do it. Why don't we talk about, for the most part, the men that do it? Why does society want to talk about that? Why doesn't society want to take accountability? You know, if you don't like, let's say, alcohol, you know, okay, let's say if you just like, let's say, I don't know, alcohol as an example. It's easy to blame alcohol companies for making a product, but at the same time, there's people buying that product. Now for some people, it'll be addicted or whatever. But my main point is, if it wasn't profitable to make it, alcohol companies wouldn't produce it. If it wasn't profitable to make food, farmers wouldn't produce it. And to be honest, it is a isn't it? I can't speak today. It isn't profitable, so the government has to subsidize it. But my point is, if there wasn't money to be made, people wouldn't produce it for any industry, not just porn on OnlyFans. So with porn on OnlyFans, why doesn't society also blame the men that are buying it? You know, like I think I saw on TikTok one time. I don't remember which specific creator it was, but okay, this is a really disgusting one as well. I think one girl, okay, people waiting like let me just look at the camera and let me ignore the chat for a second. A man, oh, a mosquito kicked my ringlet. Imagine, okay, knowing someone 17. Okay, this is how serious this is. Imagine knowing someone 17, and then you're counting down the days. Like, are you hearing me? You're counting down the days until we turn 18. And there's people that do that. Like, what's that? Actor. Is it Bobby Brown? Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown. Just a few years ago, right? Just a few years ago, when Millie Bobby Brown was still like a teenager, people waited until she turned 18, and then since she turned 18, wow, they made a subreddit about her, and God knows what went on in that subreddit. They waited until she turned 18 just to bow, so they could start sexualizing her. Doesn't that say a lot? Like, what do you guys think about that? You know, the fact that a lot of men will wait until somebody has turned 18 to be able to sexualize them like that. Isn't that crazy? What was it? What do you mean by what was it? No, the subreddit or to Millie Bobby Brown? Like, isn't that just a crazy idea? That's people out there are purely waiting for stuff to be legal until they can do it. That's why whenever somebody justifies something based off whether it's legal or not, especially when it comes to age, I always side eye them. Like there's like men that'll be like, oh, yeah, it'll be like a 40-year-old man. They'll be like, yeah, I can have sex with 18-year-old. Yeah, because it's legal from 18. Or what's even worse? The people that are like, oh, the age of consent is 16, so I can be 14 and have sex with a 16-year-old. Like, what does that say about those types of people? What does that really say about those types of people? Or just because it's legal now, it's okay. So what? If they lowered it to 15, what would that be okay to you? Because you can't just yes, it's important to know what's legal and what isn't legal. But if you're purely justifying it on what legality is, then you're not actually following morality. You don't actually have morals. You don't have a proper sense of what's right and what's wrong. I think most people, can agree that just because it's legal to have sex with someone from 16, that doesn't mean you should have sex with someone from 16. But there's generally people out there that whatever the legal ages, no one have sex with them. Which means, by definition, if you loaded to 15, you have sex with a 15-year-old. Loaded to 14, have sex with a 14-year-old. So, like, we need to address that as a society. No, but I get what you're trying to say, but that's just celebrity crush. I'll be real, but I know what you mean, my bro. Yes, some of them are just genuine celebrity crushes, and that's fair enough. I don't think when not taken to extremes, that's not a bad thing. I'm sure we all have some sort of celebrity crush, whether you're a guy or a woman. But you're not trying to be invasive about their life or overdo it. You know, some of these people are genuinely sexualizing these people, and like even if somebody's like a grown adult that's like 20 something, 40 years old, it's still not right. Especially if somebody's just of legal age, isn't that just so weird? And there's people out there that, particularly when it comes to men, that they'll be happy to date 18-year-old. And bear in mind, they'll have a daughter that's like 18. Like, doesn't that make you feel uncomfortable? Like, imagine dating somebody that's like your daughter's age and you're like 40, 50 years old. It's crazy, but what can we do? Any other questions? How's the stream going? Damn. An hour and 58. Damn. I mean, I know this is my first stream, but I don't think I ever streamed this long. That's crazy. That is crazy. Who's still in chat? Who's still in chat? Thank you, K10. Thank you, man. You still in chat? Apart from K10, obviously. Yara, you're there. Are you there? Rihanna, are you there? Taika, are you there? I think he's dropped down. We peaked at 6, so that was nice. That was good to see. Anything else you guys want to talk about? We're just talk stream today. I was gonna edit a video at the same time, but as people started joining, I just wanted to talk to you guys. Are you still there? Katen's still there. I wonder if Rihanna's still there. She was there for a long time. Who are the top fans? Kiara, Taika, Katen, 5F. Where did Rihanna go? Am I bugging? I don't know. Oh well. Hey, my top 3 people are still here. That's lovely to see, man. That's good. That's good. No, thank you, bro. Thank you for the support. I'm just here to talk to you guys, man. Yeah. As long as you guys want to talk, I'm here. As I said before, if there's anything you guys want me to react to, so you can get my opinions, It's not like a just talk thing. You want to like watch a video together, you know, and like we just all discuss it together. I'm here for it. Oh, gone up to 5. What's up, guys? We're just streaming. We're just a chat session today. Just trying to hear people's opinions and all. I do. No, I saw she was still here. I'm not doing it on purpose, there. I just sexualization question. My bad if I am KR. And thank you for telling me that, Rihanna. What? Am I walking blind about your question? Okay, I talked about the profit one. I talked about the mentally ill one. How can we help? I'm pretty sure I talked about that. Check that verse. Oh, wait. Includes water, bottles, recycle again. Can you hear me now? Wait, wrong video. I think it's gonna do da 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 da. Because water at some point is gonna be full. Affect the hormones and we might have more diseases. I think the probable, like without, well, eventually it will evaporate now. Cleopatra's tomb. 3 about the pyramids. Yeah, that was the Bible section. Question. Do you think social media is to blame for this? I'm mentally ill. You look beautiful today. Thank you. Afghanistan. I'm pretty sure I addressed that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sex workers are just now. Yeah, I'm not sure. Sorry if I am. I'm not doing it on purpose, but what about age restrictions on video games? Like, it's a major problem. Um, wait. Before I answer that question, well, what's your opinion? Like, do you think they aren't restrictive enough, or do you think they should be restricted less? Like, what's your opinion on that? That'll help me answer your question. Uh, or W stream there, guys. W stream. Oh, Viana, by the way, I didn't see you subscribe to my channel. Thank you for that. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. No, because a lot of younger people, when they play GTA 5, explicit adult content. I call it so maybe we make it in real life. It was because okay, so yeah, I think I'd agree with you there. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think I'd agree with you there, K10. That I think they didn't clamp down on social on when it comes to game restrictions enough. Like personally, okay, this isn't the gaming company's fault. They can't really do anything about that. But I remember the first time I played Call of Duty, I played Call of Duty Black Ops 1. First time I played it, I was 8. Now I have very positive memories of it. You know, I like the shooting of it. I'll admit it was a good game. Yeah, but in retrospect, right, regardless of how much nostalgia I have for it and how much fun I had in it, seeing that as an 8-year-old and 9-year-old isn't good for anybody. Especially, okay, there's one thing for games of Call of Duty where it's just, shooting, which is still a bad thing. Still a very, very bad thing, but there's one thing for stuff when it comes to prison criminals. I'll get to that. That's also a very, very good question, Kira. Let me just finish with K10. what was I gonna say? Stuff like, let's say, okay, you said you brought up an example of GTA. GTA, like imagine how do I say it? There's really people out there that, especially like a lot of like the content and like, okay, the minimum stuff is like swearing, but a lot of games have swearing. It's not a good thing, but a lot of games have that. Then you had the clubs and it's not even censored. And then what makes it worse is that some parents will just buy that stuff for their children. Like, I think I know some people that, of course, obviously, like the people at the counter couldn't sell it to the children themselves. That would be illegal. It is an 18 plus game. When the parents walk in, buy the game, come out, give their kids the game, and the kid is like 12. That isn't healthy for young people, you know. And whilst I think it's less harmful, I think it's less harmful than porn because porn makes people think it's reality, you know. Because it's not reality, but because you see real people in it. Same thing for movies, but not as much as movies. Because movies, people know they're acting. Porn, a lot of people don't think they're acting. You know, whether it's scripted porn or not, a lot of people don't think it's acting or whatever. So it actually tricks the mind to think, oh, this is real, or this is how real women are, this is how real men are, which isn't true at all. So then you have stuff like gaming. At least with gaming, people can see, oh, this is pixels on my screen. It's not that bad. Yo, what's up, man? LXCHT. What's up? So I think we do need a lot of restrictions are like excessive hours, mental health problems. It's a big issue that people you're saying Lee, you good. Alright, your love for the support man. We're just doing just chatting to stream for today. Yeah, we do need to do more with the whole like gaming side of things, but yeah. What do you think about the release of criminals because prisons are overcrowded? I think it's Joe. The way it's not a bad policy, but the way they're doing it isn't good. And I say that because I think there's an example of I think they've released some murderers even like there's some people that are involved in like gang violence. Like I was actually even searching this up the other day. Who is that UK rapper and gangster getting released? No, not even released, he's already released. Who got released early because prisons are full. Yeah, this guy here. I think Young Diz. Basically, he got locked up because he was involved. Okay, him and okay, jailed in April 2019 for 12 and a half years for kidnapping, torturing, and filming a 16-year-old. So basically, him and some of his lackeys, I could say, I guess I could say, him and some of his people, they kidnapped a 16-year-old. Bear in mind, 16-year-old wasn't involved in gangs at all. He wasn't affiliated with anybody. He hadn't done anything wrong. They kidnapped him, tortured him, okay, and like stripped him naked, all that. So, and then, so of course, terrible thing, he got locked up for 12 and a half years. And then he got released, as Google is saying, in October 2024, which is, yeah, part of the government's scheme to tackle jail overcrowding. So imagine being the parents of that kid, okay? Your child was just walking home from school, and then they got kidnapped, tortured, because if you if I read some of the stuff they did to that kid, they threw boiling hot water on him. Like that's 5-degree burns. That could kill somebody, realistically. Thank God the kid lived. And I don't even want to search up pictures of how the kid is okay. And thank God he had the confidence to go with his parents to report it to police because a lot of people would be too scared of the gangsters to go do that. But they give that kid serious injuries. And so imagine being the parents or even that kid, even if he's what, our age now, 18, like that's terrible. And then just for them to be releasing something like that. I don't think it's bad, fully bad for them to release people, but it matters who you're releasing. You know, if somebody committed petty theft, stole from a store, stole jewelry, fair enough. You can slap like you monitor them, you can release them. That makes a lot more sense to me. But somebody just involved torture, that's a danger to society. Release somebody like that, and it's public information. Who's gonna feel safe? As a part of okay, yes, I fully believe we should rehabilitate people in prison. Like prison shouldn't just be there for punishment. People should come out as better people that are ready to contribute positively to society. Our prisons are also there to help people feel safe. Somebody does a bad thing, you lock them up. Now, at least for a couple of years, people feel safe. Now, they gave this guy a 12 and a half year sentence. And then what? They released him. Okay, they locked him up in 2019. He got released. That was what, 5.5 years. So what? Less than half the time that he was sentenced for, he got locked up in prison. So imagine being in the shoes of their parents. That's just horrible. Do you think we should have a death penalty instead? The death penalty is a complex issue, and personally, I'm not in favor of it. Now, I do believe that a lot of the punishments we have in the UK don't go far enough. Like, I don't know if I can show this on stream, but who were the kids in the UK who got locked up for 6 months? And these are some very complex issues. Yeah. Yeah. There was a case where 3 boys, teenagers, were convicted of 10 counts of rape. 10. You know how serious that is? 10 counts of rape and sexual assault against 2 teenage girls. Like, that's horrible. And then I think they got, was it 6 months? Non-custodial sentence. So 6 months of not actually being in prison. Now, it got overturned in the end. Because the judge tried to justify it by saying that they should only get 6 months because they're mentally ill or some rubbish like that. Fortunately, because of like the public complaining about it, I think was it the Supreme Court or some judge overturned the decision and the boys got locked up in the end, thankfully. But they were fully ready to give these boys just 6 months of probation. I wasn't. I don't know what was the reason. We see three. Was a what is why hold on, because I'm not really sure. Yeah, community centers, youth rehabilitation order. So they weren't even gonna lock them up for 6 months. Think about that. They weren't service. What kind of punishment is that for such a heinous crime? You know, that's not right at all. That really isn't right at all. Fortunately, it got overturned, but just with stuff like that. So that's why I'm saying that I believe that crime should be far heavily punished. You know that this is another statistic. I don't even need to search this up because it's so bad that I can remember it off the top of my head. Between you guys looking for this, between 97% and 99% of rape cases don't end up in court. Think about that. So, okay. Okay. Let's read this. In England and Wales, official data from Crime Prosecution Service shows that conviction rate for rape flag cases stands at 63.4%, while police record peaked at 74,700. So the 74, let's just say 75,000, you know, convicted rape offenders a year. Now take that statistic between 97% and 97% to 99% of rape cases don't go to court. Think about that for a second. So if the convicted, convictions of 75,000, even if, right, you would, like, it's so bad. So let's even use a lower estimate, 97%, because that's a low estimate, right? If 97% of rape cases don't end up in court, and they have that 75,000, let's just use a calculator to show you how bad that is. Because even that 75,000 number is horrible. But let me just show you guys how bad it should be. 74,700, right? And let's assume that, let's assume that half of those wouldn't be successful, right? I think that's somewhat fair to, 'cause maybe the evidence is muddled, maybe there's not enough evidence, whatever, right? Let's say 74,000. We're not even going to do that times 97. We're going to do times, let's say half that. 97, 45. Okay, 47 times 48. So now, obviously, okay, I can't do proper estimates, but if we're assuming that half of the cases, rape cases, that don't actually end up in court would end up in a conviction if they did go to court. Look at that number, right? And obviously, okay, that will not be accurate number at all. But my point is to show you guys how broken the justice system is. Like, there's so many people. Okay, some people they report it, the police don't handle it. They prioritize it over crimes. Some people they stay in a waiting list for like a year before they can get their case seen. They stay in a waiting list for a year. Why? What kind of encouragement is that? We should be supporting victims of rape and sexual assault, victims of crime in general, but especially those sexual crimes. We should be supporting them, but yet half of them don't even feel the confidence, to come out. Why do you think that every time there's a new trend that's like Me Too, like that Me Too trend from some years ago? Why do you think so many people came out? Because why? Because when the trend started, it gave so many women had to unfortunately keep that to themselves, or felt they had to keep it to themselves, the confidence to be able to come out and talk about it. We don't do enough as a society for victims of sexual crimes, and that's just a fact. The justice system is so broken that, for all intents and purposes, it takes so long to be able to lock people up, and it's so sad. It's genuinely so sad, and it's not right at all, in my opinion. It's not right. But you were talking about the death penalty, and I got sidetracked so much. Thank you, bro. I'm gonna go to sleep. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, bro. Yo, thank you for watching, man. Yo, I'll keep answering your question. Thank you. Well, thank you for watching, K10. You were asking about death penalty. The reason I'm against death penalty is not because I don't think some crimes are worth it, but I think the risk of killing an innocent person is too high. Because death is final, right? If you're an innocent person, you get locked up. Because it has happened, We look at, if you want to see how it'd be in the UK, look at the USA. I think that's our nearest example. It's another English-speaking country, similar culture, similar, I can't speak today. Similar court structure. I can't say that J word. I can't pronounce stuff today. Yes, I'm sure we can all agree the majority of people that get convicted of a crime have done it. Evidence is there for a reason. But in so many cases, not just sexual crimes, where people haven't done a crime, they get death penalty. Now what? So if you let it prove them innocent, now the life is gone. So the risk of an innocent person getting killed isn't worth it for me. That's one reason. Second reason is it's very expensive to keep people in prison because when they say give someone the death penalty, and you look at the USA, for example, they don't just give it to them same day. They wait for years, like 3 years, 4 years, and the way they justify it by saying that they want the person to feel guilt and dread that they could be killed at any moment, which fair enough, it's not the worst logic. But now you're keeping the taxpayer paying for something for much longer. You might as well just throw them in prison at that point. My third reason, I think, is even more important than the second reason. My third reason, I think that's my main reason as well, is I don't actually see the death penalty as a proper punishment. And the reason I say that is if somebody commits a terrible crime and they're a terrible person, you kill them, they want to be killed. Why would anybody want to spend the next 50 years of their life locked up? Why? Nobody wants to do that. In every major case, right? Like, let's say you look at that. Let's use the example of the Nazi Germany. Are the Nuremberg trials, right? Nuremberg trials. When they're trying them for crimes against humanity. So before most of them could be executed, no, let's not. I wouldn't say most. Before a lot of them could be executed, they killed themselves. Like Goring, okay, they went to kill him. He used was it a fork or knife, one of the two, to kill himself before they could, hang him or give him prison time, whatever. So a lot of bad people don't see the death penalty as a bad thing. They see it as an escape, and I think it is an escape. Why should you commit a terrible crime and now you just get to die, right? Like remove religion out of it, right? Because if you're religious, right, you'll believe that okay, they get eternal punishment. Let's put religion aside for a second. Let's put religion aside for a second. If you commit a crime, as far as you're concerned, that's an escape. Death penalty is an escape because once you're dead, yes, you can't enjoy life anymore, but you also can't suffer anymore. So is it not a better punishment to just lock someone in prison, right? Let's say you give somebody a life sentence or multiple life sentences. You give them 80 years in prison and they're 25. Their life is over. So the next 80 years, unless they do something drastic, oh, I saw a fly, sorry. Unless like they do something drastic, like they try and kill themselves, or they try and let's say they try to kill themselves or try to escape, they have to spend every minute of every hour of every day of every year for the next 80 locked up. Is that not a better punishment? What's scarier? Being killed for something, which is bad, obviously, or being locked up, never seeing your family again, never seeing the free world again, never being able to have a family again, never really be able to eat your favorite food again, never to enjoy anything again for 80 years. I think that's a better punishment. But that's my opinion on the death penalty. I hope I can answer that. Do you believe people can actually change? Sometimes. And I think it depends on the crime. For a lot of crimes, right, it's easy to get focused on like the really like terrible crimes. For a lot of crimes, people don't do it because they actually want to do it. They do it because they come from a place of struggling or poverty. Like I think probably one of the most debated crimes is theft. Most people who steal are doing it out of desperation. If a mother steals from Lidl to feed her child, I think most of us can agree she's not a bad person. So in that regard, most of the people that steal, yes, they can change because it's not like their heart wants to steal. It's not like stealing is in their personality. It's more circumstances have pushed them to stealing. Now some people argue that nothing can justify it, but in that regard, people can change. Where I don't think people can change is for sexual crimes or crimes to do with children. Like if somebody's is a pedophile, for example. If someone's a pedophile. How do you change a person like that? Because nothing is physically telling them to do whatever they did to a child. Something's mentally telling them to do what they did to a child. Mentally. Mentally. I don't know why. I got distracted for a second, sorry. So if something has mentally, distracted them, or no, not distracted. I'm modeling my words. Something's mentally pushed them to do that. You can't. How do you change them mentally? You know, you can't really change people like that. I don't know if I answered the question, Kiara. Um, Kirtan, he said depends if they don't regret their actions or step up in their life, or if they make the same like mistake twice initially, or just keep doing it, then no, they can't change. Yeah, I think we should give people chances, second chances, maybe even third chances, depending on the crime. But some people don't want to change, really. What do you think of Philly? I think Philly, he was meant to be convicted of rape, and I think the only reason he didn't get convicted of rape was because I think it was like a technicality. Because I think what his lawyers tried to argue in court was that he didn't actually rape her, he's just too violent with her, you know. And I think from what I've read about it and what I know, I think the whole Philly thing, it probably started consensually, you know. At least initially, both people wanted it. At least initially, but if somebody starts feeling pain from it and they tell you to stop, you stop. We've all learned that from primary school. There's no debate. If in the middle of sex, it doesn't matter. If they tell you to stop, you stop. You know, and I think a lot of people try to justify what he did by saying, "Oh, you know, he just gave her love bites," but then the love bites were leading to genuine blood. I don't think those are love bites. You know, and even if they were, if she tells you to stop, you stop. You know, so I think Philly's 100% guilty. Whether it's rape or not, I don't know, but he is guilty of like at least sexual assault. So, are you guys still on? I think K10, he said he's sleeping. I don't know if Kiara and Rihanna are on, but I hope that answered your question, Kiara. Okay, yeah. I hope I can answer. So you're still on. Alright, you're going to sleep. Alright, bye, Kiara. Thank you for watching or being on live with me. Bye. Alright, that should be going down to one person, I think. Alright, who's still in chat? Oh, it's one person in chat still. Or two? I don't know. How are we? How are we? I'm still doing this talking stream. I don't know when I'll go to sleep, but I'm not sure. So are we good? Damn. Just talking history, politics, economics, and finance, society, anything. How are we, chat? There's still two people in here apparently, so hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Taika, Kayara, Keita, those are my top three. Shame Rihanna wasn't there, but she seemed to enjoy herself while she was around. Mm. Yo, thank you, Stephen. I think you might be the last person still watching. Yeah, I might log off now, to be honest. I think I've had a very, very good stream. 2.5 hours. I think that's a fair stream. I can't really complain about that too much. I'll see, I'll see. Um, um, your W stream chat. W stream. W first proper stream anyway. I think we've done a really good job today. Damn. That's a lot of stuff I had open. W stream chat. W stream. Just talking still. Anything you guys want to talk about, but I think my main people are gone. Not gonna lie to you. Hmm. What's up, chat? You good? Just checking. Let me stream just one person. Might be Steven there. Might be Steven. I think I'll log off for tonight, chat. Thank you so much, whoever the last person is. I really enjoyed the chat today. Got to talk to a lot of lovely people. I know a lot of people have like work and stuff. Oh, I know a lot of people have work and stuff tomorrow. But I think we'll be logging off here. Thank you so much for everyone who's been watching. Hopefully I should be able to stream tomorrow. I should be available. We'll do this chat and stream again tomorrow. I don't mind. I started a bit late today, so I think that's part of the reason why. Obviously, people have stuff to do. It is late night and all. As much as I'd like to, stream one night long, I think it's better to log off for now, especially since this is my first one and all. But thank you for everyone who's been watching. I think I'll end on the screen. Thank you for everyone who's been watching. Thank you for the love and support, the likes and subscribers. I'll try my best to keep staying consistent, but I love for the support, guys. Peace out.